Hey, how you guys doing? We're going to be going live here shortly. I got a special episode for you guys today. I'm actually outside streaming live today, so we're going to do a little live wood burning and talk about these crypto dips. So I will be with you shortly, and keep it real. Hello, hello, hey, how are you doing? Oh, so I'm with you today. We're going to be talking about crypto dips, and we're in a huge major crypto dip right now. It looks like it could be coming out of it here shortly. There's some reasons that this may be happening, and there's a lot of fundamental reasons across the media that it's happening, but realistically, there's some other reasons that it's happening right now. And part of that is that Ethereum is doing so well, right? It's like competing with Bitcoin in a way, and there's a lot of talk out there about maybe the flippening happening, where Ethereum could potentially long term surpass Bitcoin in market cap value, and if that were to happen, the altcoins would have just a major leverage against Bitcoin, and we could see this altcoin market go nuts. Um, it's very volatile. You'll see percentages, and if you are an investor, if you're just watching or whatever, you could see your portfolio go up 30, 50, 75% in a day, and then it can go down 90% the next day. So you really try to take profits when you can, unless you're a long-term investor. If you're invested short-term in a coin and then you come up with some nice profits, it's not necessarily a good idea to completely get out of that coin, I don't think. But you'd probably want to take a little profits if you were a trader. By the way, this is not financial advice. I'm just strictly here hanging out. We also got a live wood burning. I'm doing this Rick and Morty wood burning that I've been working on for a while. This is also a construction channel, so I wanted to show you this awesome project. I'm going to try to move the camera here so you can see this. This is just for me here, but I'm wood burning this. Rick and Morty here into a cornhole board. Or maybe it'd be easier if I lifted the cornhole board. Instead of trying to move the camera, we'll move the board, Gotta be smarter than it looks. It's really nice. I've been working on this for a long time. It's really should have been done, but things come up and you just don't always get the time you want, So I'm going to work on this a little bit today, live on stream. I do have a beer review for you today. We'll go over some crypto dips and crypto tips and, just talk about a few things in the market that's going on today. I'm sorry it's been so long since I streamed. I'm trying to get on a regular schedule, but I'm really busy with work right now. And that should change to where, I'll be able to find time. I just have to figure that rhythm out, So just bear with me on that. We'll definitely have some more great projects coming. Just watch, hang out, stream with me. Let's just talk and enjoy the wood burning. So with the crypto dips, a lot of people are really just buying off of hype. I hope you guys can hear me okay. But yeah, with the crypto dips, you got a lot of people who are buying purely off hype, and they're not really doing their research on what these projects are doing, long term, if they have any utilities. And this goes back to one of my earlier episodes when I was talking about tokenomics and how important tokenomics were. And some of the things that I've personally gotten into as far as trades, I didn't really think were, I wasn't really sure about. I'm learning a lot at once here, and I could tell you long term, everything that I've been buying has been doing all right. I've been up more on some days and down some more on other days, but all in all, I haven't lost any money, so that's good. I'm just up money, but I'm not. I take a lot of time. I have to convince myself a reason to buy these assets. If I'm just buying willy nilly, and then you have a crypto dip and you sell, you just gave your money to somebody else. And just try not to be afraid of the crypto dips. They're a little more extreme than the stock market, but they go back up. They cycle quicker. In my opinion, you see faster cycles in the crypto market than you do with stocks. To where even if you're down a little bit one day, just wait a little while, and when you get that coin, that coin just might be taking a while to pump. Especially if you do your TA on it, your technical analysis, which I will eventually get into deeper with you guys. But right now, I'm just trying to introduce everybody to the basic knowledge of crypto. I don't want to, and stocks, a lot of the knowledge that I talk about with technical analysis also relates to stocks. It is traditional. I just don't stream about it yet because I'm still reading and practicing, and although I'm making successful plays with it, I want to make sure that I'm sharing the right information, right? I don't want to be sharing the wrong thing. So I'm not going to go out there and tell you what to buy and what not to buy, but if you're interested in what I have to say about what I'm buying, then that's because you enjoy doing research, and you're looking for stuff that's provable. People that are just going off the hype, the next hype of the Facebook or Reddit page. And Reddit's a huge pumper, man. And it's not like if you get on one of those, that's great, but it sucks when you could have that money and you're sleeping, and then it goes crazy, and then by the morning it's already back to where it was, and you're like, oh, if I was just up for that, oh my goodness, it doesn't always happen, but crypto trades 24/7, and sometimes I'll go to bed and I'll wake up and my account will be like, what? No way, So it's but then other days I'm like, what? No way. It just depends on the day. So I'm a long-term investor. I think it helps me be able to read my trades. I'm newer to the crypto market than I am the stock market. I've been in the stock market a little longer. So I'm just trying to make sure that everything that I'm doing research-wise is viable. And so I'm just holding my projects, and I would say that doing all right, all the projects that I talked about so far on my streams. You know, my first stream was talking about SafeMoon because everybody's talking about SafeMoon. I just wanted them to come here and check me out, but really, I'm not about SafeMoon, right? I talk about really good projects that have good utility, good tokenomics, a good market cap to good circulating supply to max circulating supply ratio. These are the things we're looking for. And then when you find a asset that has a good long term uh, utility, and especially if it's something that's newer to the market, if you're getting in around a 200 or a $100 million market cap or a $500 million market cap, it's a lot easier for that to go to 800 million or 1 billion than it is for a 1 billion to go to 10 billion. And it's easier for 1 billion to go to 10 billion than it is for 10 billion to go to 100. It's a whole lot more money. So realistically, if you find a really good utility project that has especially if it's something that connected to like Ethereum right now with all the dApps and application smart contracts that you can use. They're bringing so much. Cardano's doing the same thing. They have a lot of different applications and just utility for their coin. It's being used, and when it's being used, that's going to drive the prices in places that it's not just an asset. Like Bitcoin just holds a value, right? It's just a currency. That was phase one of the crypto world, right? Was Bitcoin, because that was the creation. Phase two of Bitcoin was Ethereum, and being able to have like smart contracts, right? Or that might have been the third. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But there's three phases, and right, there's so many things in the crypto world that drive these utilities, right? So like the speed, all right, the processing speed. How many transactions per second can you complete on Ethereum compared to Bitcoin? And how many transactions per second can you complete on Cardano compared to Ethereum? And et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Like Zilliqua developed sharding, which is being able to break a single node into multiple nodes, which makes the blockchain run faster. So as these newer projects come out and they're lower market cap, you can simply buy into those lower cap ones now. And long term, you're probably going to see a good return on your investment if you don't buy into some scam coin. You got to do your research. There's a lot of companies copying the exact same thing as another company. There's a lot of companies out, and it's not like illegal to do because it's crypto, right? So, you really just got to do your research. I know, like for example, Digibyte. I'm really bullish about Digibyte. I don't have a ton of them, but they are pretty. They call it a sleeping giant because a lot of a big amount actually. I can't give you an exact number at this moment because I'm kind of wood burning stuff too. But a big amount of cryptos in the market actually copied the dApps. So Digibyte came up with decentralized apps. They created them. At least that's what I could be wrong, but that's what I know. And then a lot of other cryptos adopted that technology, and now they use it. I'm pretty sure even Bitcoin uses it now off of one of its soft forks or whatever. But like VeChain has a very good utility. I haven't talked a whole lot about VeChain, but that's the I talked to a lot of my friends about VeChain for long term, and so the Louis Vuitton guy, the first guy, he made that, and what it is it's like a Bluetooth chip that you can put on your It comes on your food. It comes on your clothes. It comes on, there's certain partnerships, cars. It'll come on cars. It's just when you purchase it new. Okay. It's almost like an information receipt or something. So what this thing is like, okay, imagine that you were going to buy a pair of Nikes and you're walking down the road and there's this little shop, and you stop in this little shop and you're like, oh, it's a little shoe department. And this shoe department was really selling fraudulent Nikes. Well, Nike has a partnership with VeChain. And I'm not sure, this is hypothetical. I'm not sure if they do or not. I'm actually pretty sure that they do have a partnership with them, but I'm actually not 100% on that one. They do have one with like BMW, tons of food markets, because like you could use this for like chicken and like fish and stuff. So let me get into the idea of it. So basically you walk up, you scan this QR code right before you buy this food, this chicken, right? And the truck broke down that was transporting this chicken across the state lines, and the truck broke down for like 4 hours, and it got above the certain temperature, right? Say now it's susceptible to certain bacteria and whatnot. It'll tell you not to buy it. You scan it, and it'll tell you before you purchase it that it could make you sick not to purchase that. And it doesn't cost you anything to use this, that I know of. It's just like, if the stores are going to carry this is going to be an institutional thing. I'm an investor in it personally because I just think it's a great idea. But like what I was saying about like the purses and the cars and stuff, so you get these fakes that are like reproduced, and this would also allow you to be able to scan it and see like where it was made, who it was made sure it's certified by a certain code from the manufacturer. Like everything is authenticated, in a way that can't be fudged. It can't be messed with. That's what blockchain technology does. It allows people to program things that is verified in a way. We have proof of work, which was Bitcoin, and then there's proof of stake, and there's proof of liquidity, I believe. So I think Ethereum might be proof of liquidity, and Bitcoin is proof of work, and Cardano is proof of stake. Okay, so there's a difference. In these different kinds of application, like Bitcoin's using a lot of energy right now in our our atmosphere and stuff. It's probably not as bad as they're saying. They're probably trying to exaggerate it to get people to not to like really just go all in at Bitcoin at one time, because it's driving so many people into the market. So many people. But yeah, so if one was looking for a trade, you could look for a huge pullback, look for a 30% pullback or a 50% pullback. But you really want to look at those charts, because some of the things I've talked about, like using your trend lines, which was in a previous video, being able to use your MACD and your RSI. I go over all these kinds of things and all this information, and I'm trying to just share that with you. I'm not out there just telling you what to buy. I'm just here hanging out, sharing information with you that I know, and take it for what it is. You could either practice it or follow it or do your own research beyond that, which is what you should be doing. And as I grow and the channel grows, I'll start talking about trade setups. I'll probably get a Patreon, a Discord, all that stuff's coming. But I'm just trying to chill right now. I'm just here hanging out. Just found out I'm about to have a baby, and so that was awesome news. I'm super excited. And so I'm just here doing my dad thing. Building stuff, painting stuff, drinking beers. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. In my other videos, I do have the link to my Coinbase now and my Crypto.com. If you go to Crypto.com and you use my referral and you create an account, we each get $25 in US dollar, and with the Coinbase, it's $10 in free Bitcoin for both of us if you spend $100 on your or more on your first investment, which is very small. I know some people don't have 100 to work with, which is fine. You don't have to do that. It's not like a requirement or anything, but it does help everybody out. You go to Coinbase.com, use my referral link. We each get $10 of Bitcoin. You can start trading right off that. Right on. All right. So, anyways, yeah, there's a lot of interesting things happening in the market, and one of the things that I wanted to talk about that a lot of people, it seems like a lot of people are talking about it in the space that I'm in, but not a lot of people are talking about it outside of the space that I'm in. It's like it's kind of weird, right? Like everybody's got like different information pools that they're getting their knowledge from, and it seems like the same kinds of people get their knowledge from the same kinds of people, and then they get the same kinds of results. It's weird. So, uh, you know, I'm not out there trading every day. Uh, I was, and I was doing really good at it, but I also work a job and I run a business, so um, it is doable though. Like if you could dedicate yourself to learning the stock stuff enough, uh, you know, you could potentially work for yourself and just do that. And I mean, there's plenty of businesses. My buddy just went and got a detail done on his car, and it was absolutely terrible. Open a car detailing business, make some extra money, and then do some things on the side. Like if there's a will, there's a way. There's always a way to make a couple bucks. Uh, but I don't know. I'm not a big factory worker. It's like you're limited on what you can make and in the amount of time you can make it, and I don't like it. I don't like that. So I do my own construction stuff. Um, I do like painting and drywall and all different types of carpentry. Uh, and I love what I do. I'm happy with what I do. Every day is not the best, but every day is better than it was. Right? So some days are awesome, and I make, you know, my days are great. Some days my days are just awesome, but just like running a business, it has its ups and it's got its downs, just like the stock market. And I would say, just like the stock market or just like the crypto market, long term, if you invest yourself in the right places at the right times, you come out on top, right? Dedication. Um, Finishing project. That's one of my downfalls. Is I always have so many good ideas, and I'm always so busy that I never get to finish things. And I do eventually finish them, but it just takes me like way longer than it should. Um, but yeah, this Rick and Morty board is coming out pretty good here. Um, it's not easy to wood burn outside. I don't know. I almost feel like the wind's cooling the tip down a little too quick. It's all the way up, so I don't know. But it's still working pretty good. I'll make it work. If I have to wood burn it again, once I wood burn it, I'm gonna sand this all down, make it smoother, get rid of the little nicks and stuff, and then I'll touch it up with the wood burner if I have to, and then I'm gonna actually do something really creative and different. In my opinion, it's different. I don't see a lot of people doing it. It's like a colored stain. So like I'm gonna try to use like an orange stain, a blue stain, a red stain. I'm gonna try to stain it colors, but you'll still be able to see the wood grain. And then I'm gonna epoxy this. So I'm trying to get into like maybe making some epoxy tables and different things like that in the future. And so I'm trying to get my first experience with the epoxy, and super excited to epoxy this. This is the first cornhole board that I did. I have another one that's started, and the base of it's ready. The legs are a pain in the butt to make, but I'm almost done with the legs for it. And I have to draw this out on the other one. And I want to talk about, too, how I did that. So a lot of people that I've talked to, Denver, I don't know, they said it was a really good idea, and so I just wanted to share it with you guys. And so what I did was I was able to take an image from the computer and just make it just lines, right, like a coloring pad or something on Paint. Um, and So what I did was I used this picture and I used a projector, and I actually just projected the image onto the wood and then traced it out. And that gives me a really nice image to work off of. You can move the screen in and out so that way you get, a proper image that they're both the same size. You can measure you should measure your left and right and your up and down to make sure that the image is centered as possible. And then when you go to transfer it to the other one, you just take the other one, set it in its place, boom, trace it out. And now you have two of the exact same images, the exact same size. Wasn't a whole lot of work. You didn't have to freehand it. And you can change things, if you use a picture. I'm not selling these. I know these are Rick and Morty. I'm not selling these or anything. So, I'm not trying to get in no trouble for no copyright stuff. But these are Rick and Morty. This is not my design. I did change it a little bit for my own preferences, but I just kind of copied and pasted some things, and as long as you're not selling other people's ideas, then that's okay to do that. But anyways, so I used this and I projected it on here. This is a piece of art, so as far as I'm concerned, it's not exactly the same image as what it was when I started. So. But yeah, this thing's been a lot of fun, and I got a scoreboard on the top here. Um, it's going to have a golf tee in it, and that way I can move the score 1, 2, 3, 4. It's got numbers on it. I'm going to wood burn the numbers on the top 1 to 21, and so as you score, you move the golf tee. It'll be attached to a chain. And that way you can keep score, right? Because that's always, once you have a couple of drinks over there, you were doing a couple beer reviews, and then you play some cornhole, you're gonna forget to score. It happens. I know it does because I do it all the time. So, yeah, I mean, I thought it was really interesting that the market recently had a huge dip with Ethereum, Bitcoin. I mean, almost everything was just getting wrecked. Like it wasn't so hot, but um, Cardano was looking real good for a while. Still, it wasn't really falling; it was still climbing. We've seen some new all-time highs. We were talking about that live on stream. I was talking about the Dogecoin crash, and live on stream was talking about how awesome Cardano was going to do, and projected to do. I'm sorry, not going to do, but projected to do, and it was coming soon, and everything like that. And then boom, everything else tanked, and where Cardano floated? Cardano did good. It hit new all-time highs. Well, everything else tanked. Like tokenomics and technical analysis are best friends, So, um, I think we're gonna eventually do some fire spinning on stream, some live fire spinning. I do that too. So I like to be creative. Everybody's got a stock channel, but I like to talk. Like we're talking about stocks right now, and I'm getting a project done. That's two things at once. I'm getting two things done at once. And I didn't want to choose between streaming or working on my project. I wanted to work on my project while I talk to my streamers because they're important to me, and the market's important to me, and I decided to do this, so that's why we have the Crypto Construction channel. Yeah. So I hope you guys are all doing all your research and not buying any scam coins or anything. I got some great stuff coming up. Oh, I wanted to talk about Coin Rabbit. So I haven't dug too far into it. Maybe I will here on stream for an episode. Um, Coin Rabbit is a decentralized crypto loaning program. So you can actually take some of your crypto, put it up for a loan, and they will give you some crypto to trade with or do whatever with, cash out, whatever, and you got to pay it back that amount by a certain time, or they get whatever asset that you put up. So, but there's no like credit checks, nothing like that. I want to make sure it's legit, so I was gonna check it out. Maybe open an extra, like if you're gonna check something out like that, you really want to open an extra wallet, open a brand new wallet that has nothing to do with you, and send like a little bit of coin to it, right? And then try that out and see if it even works. And if they take your little bit, then whatever. But there's signs to tell if it's a scam. CoinRabbit, I didn't really get to dig too far into it, but it did look pretty interesting. I thought it was cool how it was set up. It could be an easily scammable thing, but the way that they had it set up, it was a smart contract. So you just basically are signing, and if you don't pay it back, no one goes into your wallet. It's signed over the blockchain. It's like a transaction receipt, just like if you were to get it from like a lawyer or a judge or something, except it can't be changed. So you either pay the loan back and you get to keep your asset, or you don't pay the loan back and they take it. That's how that works. You don't really, and the rates on it were not so hot, which was the reason why I also thought it was probably not a scam, because the rates, that's one of the reasons anyways, but it wasn't like stupid good rates. It was actually kind of crappy rates. So someone's making out there long term if the loans aren't paid back. But as long as the loan paid back, there's no interest. I'm pretty sure there's no interest on it, or no, 5%. There's 5% on whatever you borrow annually. So, like, say you wanted to go get a motorcycle or a four-wheeler, and you had some profits in like Ethereum or Bitcoin or Cardano or something. You could take some of those profits and take a loan out on them and go buy that item, and then pay off that loan. And then when you pay the loan off, you get to keep your crypto, and you're getting a lower percentage interest rate than if you were to go get that motorcycle or that four-wheeler from a dealership and get their 26 or 27% interest rate. So, like, yeah, you're putting something up at risk, and it's like a yes or no thing, but as long as you pay it off in time, you're getting a way lower percent interest rate, and it's less than 4 times the interest rate of most loans right now. Interest rates are high, inflation's high, right? So, I definitely would check it out, do your own research. But even if you were just gonna trade, so I'm not a person that likes to take out loans on crypto or any. I don't like to do margin trading. I'm not a margin trader of any sort. I just don't. I'd rather put up my own money and risk little bits at a time and make really strategic trades for long term, even if I'm not, going up these crazy amounts in dollars in my account at once. Long term, it's going to be okay. I'm doing pretty solid and steady, and I think solid and steady is better than, oh, I hit big today and I lost it all tomorrow type deal. It's just sometimes you're the rabbit and sometimes you're the turtle, and you don't want to be chasing, because when you're chasing, sometimes you're just chasing like your own tail. Like you go for this and then that will go, and then you'll go for that and this will go, and it sucks sometimes. It does play out sometimes, but it's like I was talking earlier to my fiance. It'd be a lot better. It's a lot better for me because I like it when like a couple of my assets are down. You're like, oh man, I'm down this much on this today. But then you're like, oh well, this other asset is doing really good. So, it really kind of balances itself out a little more. And with the market dominance and the market diversity splitting up between Bitcoin and these other altcoins, just the Bitcoin and altcoin market in general splitting the dominance. it's going to really, I think it's really going to start to make a change uh, in the market. And there's just so much that you can do with, uh, all of these smart contracts and applications, all the staking, lots of different passive income. Your company, you can accept crypto right now if you'd like to for a business, and it's actually really easy to do. I don't do that at the moment, but I would like to. Um, I would just have to figure out the tax stuff. I'm still kind of new to the tax stuff. We're going to do an episode about accointing.com. There's a couple other ones too. I want to make sure that they're legit and that they function properly. They do cost a little bit of an investment to get cash wise. It's a program for your computer that takes all of your crypto wallet addresses, and without actually accessing them internally, it's able to compute. It's able to compute like what your gains were or what your losses were total, and like which transactions were taxable and which weren't, and things like that. So I'm gonna do an episode on that, and it'd be cool if you all could check that one out in the future. And this is difficult to do in this chair. I might stand up, still talk to you. I have lots of tacos the past 2 days. I had like 20 tacos in the past 2 days. Man. But yeah, it's a beautiful day out. It's working on some crypto trades and some wood burning. Just loving life. Trying to do what I gotta do. Oh. All right. Yeah, I just had to get up. My back was definitely not feeling it in that chair. Trying to reach all the way up here. But I haven't looked much at the stock market lately. The crypto market has just been, there's so much to learn about it that I kind of swayed a little bit more towards stocks towards crypto. I'm sorry, for the short term. It's definitely more fun and more exciting, because some people say it's not because it's 24/7, but crypto trades 24/7 if you don't know. Stocks do not. And it's almost like with the crypto, like you get dividend payments, right? Like with stocks, you get dividend payments, right? In certain stocks, they pay out a dividend to shareholders. There's also you could buy a stock and then the next day they might give out a dividend, but they only do it once every quarter or once every year or something, and it's not that much a percentage usually. But it's a good way to make passive income on money you're already investing. It's already being invested, so it's extra money, right? With crypto, you can get staking rewards, and you're getting that passive income every day. So that's why I kind of moved over to crypto market, because I'm earning a little bit every day, and that little bit every day is going up over time. So, I'm still making active trades here and there, but I more or less just am trying to just buy into the market, chill. It's too stressful for me to be able to always be worrying about it. So I'm trying to learn about it right now. I'm trying to watch it, and see what happens with different assets over time and things like that. See how the market diversity plays, We just got a garden in recently. That was awesome. It's my first garden of my own, and I'm super excited about it. I want to grow some vegetables, and if you got a house of your own, it's cheaper to grow your own vegetables. It's more work, but it's worth it. I love growing plants. I have a bunch of cactus that I have probably like 12 or 15 cactus. Definitely have at least 15 cactus, but I don't, but it's just like construction work, there's some kind of satisfaction out of completing something or growing something, or, you know, uh, that satisfaction in life is what keeps you alive, keeps you going, If you're not satisfied and you're miserable all the time, then what are you doing? You're not living, you're existing. It's a difference. Glad we're almost out of this COVID stuff, it seems. I mean, they're lifting some of the mask mandates now, and uh, seems like things are starting to get back a little bit to normal, which is cool. I think it's going to be very interesting to see how that all starts to play out in the markets, the crypto market and the stock market. You're going to see an increase in stocks for like travel companies and like maybe weed stocks could be going up. Uh, Energy stocks probably going up because we have a Democrat in office. There's different things, and then once you know those things, you know where to kind of look. Then so for stocks, you want to use a little bit of fundamentals to find out where to look, maybe what's going on with the world, and then you want to go ahead and use your technical analysis to find a tradable position out there. That's great. It's almost like using tokenomics and TA. It's like science and religion. Ha ha ha. Just kidding. I won't get on that topic. This is turning out pretty good. Uh, yeah, you can see some of the letters coming in. It's almost like a tattoo, right? It's very time consuming, but it's cool. It's going. Um, I just playing. I just playing. The sirens going by and stuff. Uh, Smash that like button, that subscribe button, hit that bell. I know this is kind of different for me. I'm trying to mix up some different things into my stream so it's not the same thing going on all the time. Uh, you know, eventually I'd like it to get it so that way I could have some streamers in the chat, and then I could have my mic on and I could hear them, and we could talk personally about stocks or crypto, and I can answer questions, or something like that. So that's kind of where the idea is going with this. Plus, it's always fun, to do artwork and just talk about things. Very relaxing thing, good for the body, the mind, the soul. Um, I went to the skate park today, did some skating. That was fun. I'm 27 years old, and yes, I do still skateboard, and I am better than most of them little kids up at the skate park, let me tell you. All right, I ain't great, but I'm better than little kids up at the skate park. Just playing. I'm just playing. wood burning is hard. For all you out there who have looked at a wood burning and you said, man, I could never pay that amount for that wood burning. Wood burning takes a long time. It's a lot of work. And it's not easy either to like get a good wood burn. My fiance does wood burning and she does a way better job than I do. I wish she would wood burn this thing for me. It would have probably been done by now. It's alright though, this was my project, so just keep on trucking. So I tried to do this stream a little earlier because usually my streams are 9-10 o'clock and, you know, there's not many people up. But I got 2 viewers now. What's up? But yeah, I usually get a few viewers at night. So I was trying to see what it was like if I streamed during the evening time before it got too late. You know, we're just hanging out, talking about crypto and wood burning some things, you know? So I'm about to do the beer of the stream review real quick. It's actually not even a beer, it's a seltzer. And let me check this out here. Alright, change up the screen. Make sure everything is good. Alright. So I got this Truly Lemon Tea hard seltzer. Somebody left this for me over the weekend, and you know, I'm not a huge fan, but they're not bad. And that's what I had in my fridge, so that's what I'm doing the review on, you know. I'm wood burning a Rick and Morty cornhole board as well. It's most of the way done, you know. I gotta finish the top up here, and I gotta finish the numbers on the back of this one, and then I'm gonna sand it down and I'm gonna stain it. So, but yeah, so you know, there's a lot of good buys right now in the crypto market. You definitely want to make sure that you're not buying something. You're looking for like a double bottom. What's the hole for? This is a cornhole board. The legs come out, you know. I don't know if you've ever played cornhole. Yeah. I'm gonna epoxy it and stain it and all that eventually. It's really hard to wood burn for show. I mean, it's not hard. It's just it takes a long time. It's monotonous. But yeah. So I got this Truly Lemon Tea. I'm gonna try it out here. Ooh, that's smooth. Good for like a hot sunny day. Oh, which by the way, I want to show you guys something else today. All right, so we got a giant mason jar and put some sugar in it and some green tea, and we made some sun tea today. And I'm super excited to try this as well. I love making sun tea. I've made dark sun tea, light sun tea. We make fruit sun tea. We're definitely gonna keep trying some different things. I was thinking about making some dandelion wine. Interesting stuff. Sun tea's amazing if you never had it. You just basically put some tea bags in a big glass jug with some sugar and let it sit out in the sun all day, and it tastes great. So yeah, anyways, crypto dip. So let's talk about a couple assets real quick, and then I'll get back to the wood burning here. Let me see. All right, I'm gonna grab my keyboard. All right, not used to streaming outside, so this is a new setup. Usually I'm in my garage, but so let's check out Crypto Bubbles. We talk about Crypto Bubbles a lot, bubbles popping. It's something that people talk about a lot in the crypto market. Only thing I made was juice from rose lattice. Juice from rose lattice? That sounds interesting. I might have to check that out for sure. Awesome. Juice from rose lattice. My fiance is super into like herbalist stuff, and you know, anything that's natural, we're about it. You know, the honey, making your own honey, or you know, harvesting your own honey, I guess, or harvesting your own maple syrup, or making your own wine, dandelion wine. Yeah, it's supposed to be, yeah, the rose lettuce. Yeah, so my fiance's grandma talked to her about, or taught her about the dandelion wine, and you could, you know, just pick that out of your yard, and I'm pretty sure you just add sugar, other things to it, and yeah, it's really sweet. It's really good. So yeah, we're looking at the crypto bubbles here. Look at Matic, Polygon. This is up 11,896%. Now that's in total. You know, it's been up. It went up like $1 or almost $2 in a very, very short period of time. Somebody I know got a $200 investment in Matic. When I was talking about it, this was before I was streaming actually, so this was probably like about 2 months ago or so. I was really bullish on Matic, and nobody else wanted to buy it because it wasn't marked up to those really high prices yet. And so this person invested $200 in Matic, did their own research. I gave them the recommendation, and they're up to $1,400 today with that 200. And it's just great. I love when people tell me that, you know, something that we were talking about played out for them. You know, this is not financial advice, but it does. I try to teach the knowledge on where to find your own information and how to do that. Chiliz coin doing things. I think that's definitely an underrated coin. You'll be seeing Chiliz coin huge here probably pretty soon. Let's check out TradingView. We can look at a couple assets real quick. I haven't really looked at much at the charts today. I was working with doing some estimates, and then I went to the skate park for a while, and then I came back and decided to do some streaming. People on Reddit are big on Matic. Chiliz has a lot of good partnerships. Chiliz does. Yeah, that's a very good point. They do. So they're actually, I don't know how much you know about them, but they're considering trying to get, you know, I'm assuming they're going to try to get the NFL, the MLB, you know, all those major American, United States sports teams through Chiliz. So like, if you don't know what Chiliz is a token that you can trade for a fan token through a digital wallet, and you get special rewards for holding the fan token of a specific player or specific team. It depends on which one you buy. They have NFTs according to specific things, specific players, specific teams, and they have like What's it called? We can check it out. Let's just check it out. I don't want to tell you the wrong information, so we'll just check it out. Socios. It's called Socios.com. Dude, Matic is also like Matic is a scaling partnership for. It's not even a partnership. It's a scaling protocol for Ethereum. So as Ethereum starts to get bigger, it's going to need Polygon, at least right now, until it rewrites a new program for Ethereum 2.0. Right now, they're using Polygon Matic to scale Ethereum, so that's why a lot of people are. That's why you got a really good utility. That coin's got a very good utility. So we're looking at Socios.com. This is what, be more than a fan. We believe passion should be recognized and that every fan has the right to make their voice heard wherever they are in the world. So this is like decentralized sports, guys. So you're able to actually, I know my buddy John Dice is super into sports. You know, he's a huge sports fan. And he could probably go on here and, you know, they have UFC right now. Most of these other teams are sport or soccer teams, but basically you'll be able to, let me see, fan tokens. I haven't actually gone through too much of this because I don't know much about these teams, and I try to like buying the things that I really know about. But basically you got these coins, these tokens, and there's a FTO opening price. Give me a second. It's a decentralized thing, so like it gives you, right, like say a football team was going to do a draft, right, and you held so many of that fan's tokens, you would really be able to have like a vote in the maybe for the draft that they're doing for their players, or you know, maybe their jersey color. You get to vote on their jersey color if you hold their fan token and stuff. You get huge discounts. Also with, you know, merch and all different things. So yeah, there's club polls. Says these guys are sports fans. It's just blockchain check. Basically, they took sports to blockchain technology. Yeah, and they do have some of the biggest soccer teams in the world on here. So it's like, it's okay. So just looking at that without having to go too far into it, it doesn't. It's just got very small. You know, it's got very good utility. If we go and look at it on like CoinMarketCap, I'm not gonna get into how to get a wallet and everything on there. If somebody really wants to do that, you can request it. I'll create a wallet specifically on there and walk you through it. But I don't really want this one right now because I'm just not a huge sports guy. You know, I like sports, but I'd rather go play sports than buy into the fan stuff. You know, if you want to go throw a baseball or something, that's me. I'll go play the sport, the hockey. A big disc golfer. I skateboard. I snowboard. I do lots of sports. I'm just not really like, I don't like to watch it on TV. It's boring. It makes me want to go do it if I watch it on TV. So, oh man, what was I gonna look at? What did I say I was gonna look at? I just forgot. Dang. I'm gonna check out this lemon tea real quick. So this lemon tea, 0 out of 10, 0 being undrinkable. I'm gonna give this Truly Lemon Hard Seltzer a 5. It gets a solid 5 on a hot day. It's pretty good, you know. I like it. I don't like to use Reddit because, you know, you're really trying to use the knowledge of the people who are projecting those successful trades and stuff, they're using knowledge that they're creating those trades with, and then a bunch of people are following them. It's different if you're making your own successful trade or trying to make your own successful trade, and you're going there and you're referencing your idea off people. But going there to find good trade setups, it just depends on what you're there for. Like for what I'm doing, it's great. I love having Sashkin91. I love that you're interacting and talking with me. It's fun. And I don't like telling people, hey, buy this, but I could say, hey, this could be a good buy, and go into some really good utility, and then talk about maybe on stream when the technical analysis is showing, hidden bullish divergence at a critical ice line, at a double bottom, at a pattern completion zone. You're looking for certain things, and if it's not there, it just depends on if you're a long-term investor and a short-term investor. And what you're trying to do with it. Reddit could be a helpful tool, but it could also be a very hurtful tool. Like like what they did with GameStop. That was all through Reddit, and I don't agree, with them shorting GameStop, and I don't agree with them pumping GameStop. It was just terrible. Some people made out on it, but a lot of people got hurt on that trade. It was not like a plan. It wasn't something that could have been predicted. And not saying you can always predict the stock market, but that stuff hurts companies long term, and it's just not healthy. So what's the ticker? Do you know what the ticker is for it? Banano? BAN is the ticker? Is this only a Reddit page? It's just this? This is all that they have? Alright. Okay, so this looks like a stream of the transaction on the Banano network. Yeah, I mean, they can have a lot of positivity. Just give me a second here. This is actually interesting. Chili's, I'm not gonna tell you if it's a good buy now or later. I just want to say that, you know, Chili's long term, it looks pretty bullish. You know, there's a lot of market that could come into Chiliz in the future, I believe. You know, in different sports markets and things. It could be look how big sports are around the world, and then evaluate your own question. You know, a short-term trade, you might want to do some technical analysis on that. You know, long-term trade probably would be okay. You know, it just depends on what happens with the blockchain technology and all that kind of stuff. It's at a reason. It's not too much right now. I don't think Chiliz is too high. We could look at it and do some TA on it maybe. But yeah, as far as this Banano, I don't know. I'm still kind of checking it out. It's interesting. Just give me a second on that one. Do you know of any exchanges that are trading Banano coin or BAN? CoinX? I didn't use it. Okay. So you definitely want to look. I mean, I know some of these wallets are more private, like wallets or whatever, and they're not like necessarily immediately exchangeable. But is okay. How do I explain this? Like Chiliz coin, like you can get a Chiliz wallet, or you can trade Chiliz like on Atomic Wallet. You know, you want to make sure. Go to like CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap. That's what we're gonna do. Let's check that out. Let's check out CoinGecko. So CoinGecko is a really good place to go if you want to check out a new coin. You know, they have a trust score on there. It'll tell you where it's listed, you know, which exchange it's listed on. It'll show you the current price, the 1 hour, 24 hour, and 7-day price exchange. You know, the difference in the price and the percentage, and then 24-hour trading volume, market cap, and it's very knowledgeable. It's really good to look up scam coins and stuff. So BAN Banano, there it is. It's on there. Let's check it out. Interesting. Was that 55,471,999? Wow. So, something, you know, I'm not going to tell you if this is right off the bat a good trade or bad trade, but I'm going to tell you what I'm looking at, right? Because we want to know what we're looking for. You asked me to look at this asset, and I've never heard of it. So, instantly, that makes me think, oh, it's a scam. Why? Because that's what you should think about every asset when you go to look at it, because you don't know what that asset is until you do your research on it. So instantly I think scam. So not saying it's a scam. This actually looks interesting. I'm really excited to look at this right now. So as far as what I'm looking at, you're going to want to look at the circulating supply, which is right here. You're going to want to look at the market cap, the trading volume, and the utility of what it's being used for. So it's got a lot of Reddit. It's got 25,966 Reddit subscribers. That doesn't really mean anything. Average accounts active. So this kind of is fishy, right? Average accounts active, 2,387. That's not that much. Someone's burning oil. Assholes. Yeah, that's not that much. Average new hot post per hour 9.2. So like I don't know. There's not a whole lot going on in the social area developer. Let's see here. What information can we find about this thing? There we go. So it's listed. Okay, so. Oh. So I'm looking at the trust score right now. On this right hand side, it's got a trust score, and like CoinX and Mercatox, which I've never heard of those exchanges. They give it a good trust score, but if you look down, they have two. So you know, just basic common sense stuff. They have 2 good trust scores, 2 medium trust scores, and they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bad trust scores. Okay, so that doesn't look so hot. I've never even heard of a lot of these. I've never heard of any of these markets that it's on, these exchanges. So that's not a good thing, because I'm all over exchanges and I've never heard of those. So look at the chart. So it's up 1 year, 12,419%. So it's already up a lot. We'll look at this. The chart is actually consistently bullish, making higher highs and higher lows. We're gonna pull that up on TradingView. It's got a very low market cap, which is interesting to me because, you know, $55 million could go to $100 million way easier than, you know, it is for it to go from 100 million to 500 million, you know, just because it's less money. So that's kind of a good thing. It's got a low market cap. The 24-hour trading volume, you should have at least 1 million a minimum. It's 1,316,000. So that's not terrible, but it's pushing close to that limit, which kind of scares me a little bit. It's not at the highest point it's ever been in price, which was around, this says 5 cents. You know, you really would have wanted to get in down here for you to be saying it's a fair level. You know, this is already marked up a lot, but if you're still looking to trade it, I like how the circulating supply right here is max. Now it doesn't say max circulating supply, it only says circulating supply. So that kind of is you know, I'm not sure if that's the max there. It should say max supply, estimated circulating. You just don't want them to be able to produce more coins, right? Does it mean that someone is backing it up? Let me check here. Let's just do some research on it, right? We'll just look around. Coin market cap. So the market cap is 55,878. The fully diluted market cap is when the amount of, see, there's no max supply here. That's what concerns me right here. There's no max supply, and I know that Doge doesn't have it and Ethereum doesn't have it, but that's concerning. That's not something you necessarily want to buy into, because there's not as much controlling the inflation on this asset. Yeah, they have no fixed cap on, yeah, exactly. So, you know, I would probably stay away from this. There's just better assets out there. It's not listed on any big exchanges. I've never heard of any of these Mercatox, ViteX, CoinX, or TXBit. They could be good exchanges, but I've just not heard of them. And it's not on like Coinbase or Atomic Wallet or, you know, the Digibyte wallet. It's not on any of those major wallets. Just that's one thing that's like a red flag, right? Like it could, if you have them for free, I wouldn't trade them. I would just hold on to them long term. I probably wouldn't buy more. I mean, that's just my opinion. I don't know. I wouldn't buy any of this just because there's better assets long term to make money on than this. It's just there's a couple things that are a little risky about it. If it gained more market, you know, do you know anything about like what it's used for? Like its utility? And yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. It has a couple pretty good things about it. It's like a coin flip, you know. If you really want to know more about it, I would just give it more time and hold on to the coins that you have. So that way you're not risking any of your personal money. If you got them for free, you got them for free. You know, if it goes somewhere, you made money. If it doesn't, you're not losing anything. That's cool. They use it to tip on Discord. Okay, so Nano coin. Okay, I've heard of Nano. Let's look at it on TradingView. Yeah, if it's not on TradingView, man, that's another red flag. It's not on TradingView. Not to USDT or USD or Bitcoin. Is there a trade to Bitcoin? No, ban to Bitcoin. Ban Ether. No. Yeah, so it's not on TradingView. That's another big red flag. I wouldn't trade it. I would just hold on to it if you have it already, and you didn't purchase any. You know, if you didn't put up any of your own money at risk, then what's it hurting to keep it long term? And if you go ahead and trade it, you know, if you can trade it. That's all up to you. You know, it's just I wouldn't buy this asset myself. So, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with holding it if you got it for free. You're not hurting yourself. I don't know. Everything looks like it's starting to go back up a little bit in the market. Let me see what's going on here. Everything's moving up. Let's look at the VeChain. Well, the dip. You can see, I mean, the dip, if you're asking about the current dip, it's already looking like it's starting to go back up a little bit, but it just depends on what Bitcoin's doing. Bitcoin's the leader in the market normally. You know, a lot of times when you're looking at an asset, it's doing what Bitcoin's doing. You look at, you know, Bitcoin. Oops. If you look at Bitcoin and what it's doing right there, and then come over to like Bitcoin Cash, pretty much the same thing. Check out OMG. OMG to USD, same thing. VeChain, they're all just consolidating sideways right now. You know, this, like VeChain just came down to backtest this high of 14 cents, and it's making, you know, right now it's making higher highs and higher lows from that. You'd probably want to be looking for a double bottom. Yeah, it all looks so similar, right? So that's because it all follows Bitcoin. But what's happening right now is there's some market diversification going on, where if you look at market dominance, Bitcoin market dominance, oops, I don't know why I typed that all in. What am I thinking? BTC. There's the market cap. Oh, right there. BTC.D, Bitcoin dominance. So this, you can look up Bitcoin compared to all of the altcoins, Ethereum, Cardano, VeChain, all those altcoins. This is the market cap dominance chart for the market cap of the total crypto market, which is like 2 point something trillion right now. How much of that total in percentage over here on the left is in Bitcoin or altcoins. So as that kind of flips around, you know, as altcoins gain more of the market cap dominance, we could see altcoins start to separate. Like the other day we were talking about the Dogecoin crash, and I brought up Cardano, ADA, and I was talking about how we were down here at, well, we were at like a dollar I think we were at like around $1.50 or so, and it back tested this $1.50, $1.54 right here on May 12th, 2021. It back tested this old time high of $1.50, you know, 53, and when it did that, it ran up in price. But when everything else in the market was dumping, Cardano is just consolidating sideways at its new high, which is, you know, it was at $1.83. It never fell below this high again. So now it's just consolidating. It's accumulation, right? It's being bought up right now. It's making a little lower lows, but it's still very, very, very bullish. And you know, that's what I'm looking for long term myself. Is like I'm not going to be able to play my trades off of the videos that were made 5 years ago, because the videos that were made 5 years ago about crypto aren't relative now as much as they were then. So, you know, you're starting to see bigger players come into the market, things that's changing the market diversification. Now you have more money going in different places. And when that money starts to split and you have a dominance here and then a dominance here, they're almost fighting for that dominance. It's going to drive the whole market into different sections, almost like the stock market, how there's like energy stocks and how there's like, you know, travel stocks. Like there'll be different kinds of there's a lot of different kinds of crypto. They all do different things. So like, you know, a scam coin, a lot of times they'll come out and they'll be like, oh, we're going to solve this solution, or we're going to just create all this money for you, or, you know, whatever. Like, you really want to have some kind of utility, like I said, in the tokenomics. Matic Polygon has been doing really good. Look at that chart, you know, how come, you could ask yourself, why is Matic to the US dollar while Bitcoin and Ethereum are dumping, right? And Cardano is consolidating. Why is Matic exploding? Well, Matic is a scaling protocol for Ethereum, and Ethereum is getting bigger right now. It's getting more buyers, it's getting more users. This protocol is needed in order for Ethereum to get bigger right now. So it's sucking up a lot of money, and it's got a low market cap. It had a lower market cap down here at composite operator levels. You know, this is where you'd want to buy. I know somebody that bought down here at 30, 40, 38 cents, 40 cents. You know, that person today turned that $200 investment into $1,400 today, and actually put 200 of those dollars today of profit off of this into Ethereum, because, you know, Ethereum's looking like it's ready to break out. Now, it doesn't have to. You know, these are all speculation. You're trying to give yourself the best advantage in the market as possible. Oop. Yeah, right. Well, it's not even being lucky. It's buying in strategic places at strategic times and setting a good stop loss. You know, right now Ethereum had this double bottom right here. That's pretty good, and now it's making higher lows. You know, so it could be going bullish. And, you know, it looks like it's going bullish. You got hidden bullish divergence going on, and you know, you could, if you're going to take a trade set up here, and then once it hit like, you know, 38.90, you take some profits maybe, or like, and then maybe like 41.73, take some profits maybe. And then at 43.80, 82, maybe take some profits, you know, because this is like a range. You know, you could draw a trend line on this. I'm just giving you options here. You know, like Ethereum, if you're looking at it. You know, there's a trend downwards, a trend line. Right, and then So if it can get out of this little wedge here and keep making consistent higher highs, what we could see is another wedge forming, maybe the opposite pattern. Now, I'm not saying this is for sure. It's got to stay above, it's got to stay above this 26.47 here. But as long as it stays up where it's at, it doesn't make any lower lows than what it's already made. You could see this wedge over here, this falling wedge. It could go into a rising wedge. You could cross this creek, and it just depends on if it hits. It just depends if this is the bottom, right? That's what you're looking for. So if you look down here on the MACD, it's just starting to go positive after it's been selling off since May 12th of 2021. You have lower levels of seller momentum. You're just starting to go positive on the RSI down here. You also have lower levels of seller momentum. Hold on here. This is making me mad. Okay, so from here to here, you're making lower levels of seller momentum on the relative strength index. And on the MACD, you're also having lower levels of selling pressure, seller volume, right? This is seller's volume. And they just crossed. So you have your buyer and seller line here, and they just crossed below zero. And it's about to go positive. So, you could probably say that Ethereum's going to hopefully run up to at least 39.76 in the near future. And I'm gonna get rid of this one and this one. And then it'll be at new all-time highs again. So just watch it. Watch Ethereum. Yeah, Vitalik, he's good. Yeah. Favorite coin? I mean, there's so many different good utilities for these coins. I really like VeChain a lot for long term. I did talk about one of my episodes, being able to trade crypto or earn a free crypto vacation, right? So okay, I put $200 into this asset, and this asset went up to $1,100 or $1,200, and I pulled that $200 out, and then you trade that $1,200 for a vacation. And you're like, well, I just went on a free vacation. But you can do that, or if you were to get into some staking, they will actually, depending on where you're at staking, that you can earn 10, 15, 20% in staking rewards, to where you're putting in like a couple grand for now, and then you could actually just let it sit in there until you earn enough for that vacation, pull your original money out, and then just spend your staking rewards on the vacation, and boom, free vacation. I talked about that in one of my other videos, and it's like people don't believe that this stuff is oh yeah, it's safe. Yeah, staking is complete. Staking is pretty safe. It's a little bit more of a risk than being on a cold wallet, simply because your wallet is online. Just like if you're buying on Coinbase on your phone or your computer, that's a hot wallet. If you have a cold wallet, though, that's more safe. That's pretty much the difference. I earn staking rewards on some of my crypto, and it's free money every day. And that money eventually will add up, and I'll be able to earn things with it. Wow. I don't know if you can hear that, but craziness going on over there. People screaming. So like I said, I think Ethereum's gonna go up soon. Matic, it could start consolidating, but Matic could definitely come down. It's been just so bullish for so long. I mean, this thing has gone parabolic. It's losing some seller's momentum right now. It looks like it's a little overbought on the RSI. You know, I think Matic long term maybe would be okay, but right now probably not a good buy zone. It's just really marked up. It could definitely come back down. And thanks John. Go Brownies. So you know, it could come back down and test this high of like $1.82 again before going higher. But you know, it's a little overbought on the RSI. You're sitting at about 76.84 on the RSI. And for those of you who don't know, there's this bottom line down here and this top line up here. Bottom line here, top line here of the RSI. This is purple box. And when it gets above this top dotted line at 69.89 right now, that's overbought. And when it's overbought, usually it will sell off, right? Usually you'll see some sort of downtrend form after it being overbought. You can see right, you can see right here. It was overbought, right there. And then what happened? It sold off this way. Okay, you can see that right here. It was overbought. Well, what happened? It sold off right there, right? And then you can see here, it was overbought, and then what happened? It sold off right there. So you see that pattern, like once it hits to that number, you can almost, it doesn't have to sell off there, but you can almost expect it to sell off a little bit, which will give you a better buy point. So, you know, like Matic, if you were looking to trade Matic, you might want to wait till it gets down to like $1.83 again, which it might take a week, it might take 2 weeks, but it could be tomorrow it goes there. You just gotta watch, you know. And if it comes back down to this area, boom, that might, look at, you got like a 3 rising valleys thing going on here. One, hold on. Two, 3. Oh, no, I messed that one up. Okay, it's like 3 rising valleys maybe. So like, you know, if it were to come back down to back test, I would definitely expect it to come back down and back test this line, or real close to it. It might even just scam the wick down and touch it, but like it's probably going to come back and touch that line before it goes to higher prices. All right, cool. Thank you for stopping in. Hey, make sure you hit that like, that subscribe, and that bell button. The next time I go live, you come in, talk, we get any more questions. You want to go over some assets that you're looking at? You know, that's what I'm here for. Drink some beers, we'll talk, hang out. Thank you for conversing with me, and be safe out there, all right? So anyways, one of the streamers, thank you. So Sashkin91. Yep, thank you. So, you know, with like Matic, everybody's talking about it right now. Everybody's talking about it because it's marked up that high, and so many, you know, everybody's like, oh look, this is the next best one because it's up all this sorry, it's up all this percentage points, and you don't want to buy on, you don't want to buy at all-time highs. You want to wait till it comes down, okay? Buy low, sell high, not opposite. So let's say like Zilliqua, you look at Zilliqua as another crypto asset. Look at that classic accumulation right there. I mean, that's just beautiful. Long term, I mean, this thing is just killing it. You've not gone parabolic, right? You're not going straight up. You're not doing let me see here. You know, this asset isn't looking like Matic. Matic looks like this, you know, almost straight up, right? Zilliqua has got something different going on. So, you know, this hasn't been marked up like that yet. It's been consistently making higher lows and higher highs since it was, you know, back at here at this low from December 9th, 2020. It's been making consistent higher highs and higher lows. So that asset is very, very bullish because it's higher highs and higher lows consistent. Okay. And, you know, you could draw a trend line, and that's the trend line. So you could have like maybe an inverse head and shoulders going on here, or maybe head and shoulders. Let's see, it would be an inverse head and shoulders. These double high, and this low here, and then another higher low. And this could play out. You know, this maybe could. You might see this go this way. Zilliqua. They were the first blockchain to introduce sharding, and what that does, it allows the operator nodes that are used to speed up the protocols to function faster on a smaller amount of power. You know, this is very, very good bullish accumulation, you know, and it's at a low. You're kind of in a range here. Kind of in like a channel in a way. And you're in the bottom of the channel, you know? So like right now could be a good trade setup for Zilliqua because, you know, you could come back up and see 23 cents again real soon. And then if it gets out of this, if it breaks upwards out of this channel, goodbye. I mean, who knows? Who knows where it's gonna go if it breaks out of the channel above, breaks out above like 25 cents. If it gets above 25 cents, I mean, who knows where it could go. But like right now, it's only at like 16 cents, 17 cents. So it's more of a low risk, higher reward area to buy right now. You have lower levels of seller momentum on the MACD from there to there. And now on the RSI, it's not playing out as well. Here, hold on, let me zoom in on this. Yeah, the RSI is not as good, but I do know some tokenomics and some very good utility about this asset. I'd say, you know, couple months, Zilliqua would be looking pretty good, you know, especially where the price action is at now. It just looks like it started to go positive again. You know, if it sells off some, there's not, you know, it's back testing the points of support as it climbs. It's making new support, new resistance, back testing and running higher, you know. So definitely would have been better to get in back here, but this asset still hasn't been marked up crazy stupid like a lot of the other ones. So Zilliqua looking decent. I wouldn't say it's the best thing out there, but looking decent. Bitcoin. It's just not really looking like you got too much of an edge yet. You could be at a critical support line here. You know, if it breaks this low at 41,706, if it breaks that, they're that high, if it breaks that, you know, you could see lower prices, which look out if it goes any lower. So hopefully we'll see a double bottom here. It's not really played out yet. Bitcoin's still looking crappy, in my opinion. But you know, if Bitcoin's doing crappy, you got to watch out for these other assets. But you know, once Bitcoin starts to make that reversal, a lot of these altcoins will start to play out. You know, like Bitcoin Diamond. You know, got in on Bitcoin Diamond at a very good price, and we were talking about it down here. You know, and then it did this. You know, that's moonshot right there. We were talking about it on stream down here before it did this. I was here live talking to you about this asset that I really liked, and then it did this. Now it did come all the way back down, but it's finding new support at $3.79, and you know, that's gonna be it's looking like it's finding a pretty solid support there. Starting to gain some accumulation. Straight up, straight down. Now, you know, long term, Bitcoin Diamond, I'm not getting rid of mine. You know, I plan on keeping mine for a while. Low risk, well, I would say that like this was really low risk. This is probably still low risk. This is really high risk. So if you were buying it up here, it'd be high risk. And it was what? It hit a high of $11, and right now it costs $3.83. So it's pretty much on sale right now, Bitcoin Diamond. You know, you don't really have an edge yet on it. You could see some more accumulation. It might come down and make another low, but I definitely think that you could start to see possibly some, as long as Bitcoin recovers, you know, you could start to see, damn it, hold on, it's my brush. Okay, so if we can start making some accumulation here, we could, you know, start to see it start to make higher highs and higher lows. That'd be really good. That's what you want to see. You know, and if that happened, what I just drew, you would have a double bottom, which is a market reversal point. So it was bearish because it was selling off. And then you're looking for that market reversal point at this bottom, which would be two bottoms. It's a confirmation low, one low, and then another confirmation low that's a little higher. Okay? So if I get the curve line and put this here, if we see Bitcoin Diamond start to make a reversal now, and Bitcoin starts to play out a little bit, at least stop selling off so hard. You know, if you made another higher low after this low, then you would be seeing that bullish reversal, and that would be a major buy opportunity. Right now, it is finding support at this bottom, so you are at a bottom right now. That's obviously the top way up there. So, you know, probably more lower risk here for a trade. It's probably not like the perfect buying opportunity, but I would say, like I said, long term, I think we win on this one if you bought at a low and you just held it for a while. Just let your money sit there. This is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. So, give me 5 seconds. I gotta pee real quick. Okay, I'm going to change the song to something different, and I'm going to pee real quick. Give me a few minutes. We'll put on some crypto bubbles. Alright, I'll be right back. Be right back. Hold on. All right. Sorry about that. Had to go to the potty and, do things. I do things. I was smoking and stuff. So, but whew, that one got me. So one of the assets I'm really bullish on is Tron. Has been marked up quite a bit, but there was a big consolidation phase here. You had this all-time high at like 18 cents. You had the low at 9 cents, and then you had, what did you have here? I want to show you guys this chart because this looks like some of the ones I just talked about here a few minutes ago. So you have this trend line that's going downward. It's creating this wedge, right? And then you have a possible, because this isn't here yet. You don't see this. This is invisible. But then, yeah, you see, I was just talking about this on, Thinzilla maybe. No. Maybe it's VeChain. I forget. I'll have to go back. Or, yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to look back. But I was just talking about the same kind of setup, this pattern. So I wanted to go and show you how it could play out, right? So I'm going to grab another trend line here and make this one white. And we're going to move this down here. Okay, so on this asset, there was a wedge going downward this way, and there was a wedge at the bottom of that wedge right here. If this was like a creek, at the bottom of this wedge you started to form an upwards wedge. If you would have bought down here and sold up here at the high of 16 cents, you would have doubled your money. Boom, right there, instantly doubled your money. I mean, not that hard, right? But you got to identify these reversal points, this bottom. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for this bottom. You got to be able to identify when this bottom is actually the bottom and it's not selling off more. So that's what I'm trying to teach you. So what happened? So you had lower levels of seller momentum with right here, see this, where this line's coming down, this trend line I drew is this falling wedge pattern. This is coming down. All I did was I just took it, it's just touching, it's, a trend line's got to touch at least 2 points. Well, it touches like 5. So this trend line, and then there's another trend line. This is this top line here. Then I'm moving this line, this blue line that I just made, that's the supply line. And the yellow line is the demand line, right? That's how you can look at it. So the supply sells off, which drives the demand up. Well, no, it does. It's not going to drive the demand off, but eventually it will. But you know what I mean? Like your supply sells off, your demand for the item falls off, and then you're gonna have what? One low, a second low, which is the confirmation low. You see this red stick there? This red candle? Okay, so you had one low, then a confirmation low, which was a higher low than this low, and you had lower levels of seller momentum on the MACD, and your RSI at the same points showed. Yeah, I'm gonna pop this up big for you guys so you can see it. So on your RSI, you showed lower levels of seller momentum right here from there to there. It's that was the seller momentum bottom, and then you had lower seller momentum bottom, and it became oversold. And what happens when something's oversold? It usually, when it crosses this dotted line on the RSI, it's oversold. It gets bought up because it's on sale, right? When things go on sale, people buy them. That's what you're looking for in these markets, in any market, the stock market, the crypto market. This is technical analysis I'm showing you right here. This is how you figure out, you find a good asset to buy, and then you got to find out when to buy it. This is how you find out when to buy it, you know? So even though this already played out, if you would have bought after this low, after you realized that it had hidden bullish divergence. That's what this is called, because it's not just like, hey, look at this, right? But this is a bullish play that one could make, and you wouldn't see all this green and red and all this other stuff yet. You would only just see the red losing all of its momentum before it went green. And so you would buy somewhere right here, and then you would set a stop loss right here so you don't lose any money if you're using a stop loss. That way, if you lose, you don't lose past this point, right? And then you look for this hidden bullish divergence, you make your investment here. If you would have sold up here, you would have made a pretty good profit. And you know, you could have identified this spot. I'm working on learning harmonic patterns, and I'll be able to teach that to you guys soon. I'm reading some books about it, and I'm really excited about teaching that. I'm definitely dedicating a lot of my time to learning it. I need to dedicate more time. So when I'm able to teach you these harmonic patterns, we'll be able to make even greater. It's another great indicator that you could use to make a trade. And you know, you just want to try to give yourself the best odds, right? Like, go to the casino, gamble your money if you want. But when you're able to use certain tools in order to make a good trade, and those tools have been used over history and proven to have worked, and more times statistically than not, you have a better advantage of most people. And that's what we're trying to do, you know? Also, you know, for any of you, there's a link down below. If you buy some crypto, or if you have a couple extra dollars, there is a link for PayPal, and there's also a link for OneUpCoin. So you could actually send me crypto. I have not received a single crypto donation or a cash donation of any sort, so I'm not sure if it works. You can see up here at the top it says OneUpCoin. That was supposed to be their sample donation thing, so I think it works. I'm not sure, but if anybody ends up having a couple bucks from something I talked about during a stream or something, you want to give me like $1 or $2 to see if it works, it'd be cool. If not, don't worry about it. But the link is there. It should be pretty easy to use. I haven't tried it yet, so I don't know. But anyways, let's talk about another asset here. Digibyte. Digibyte, I'm super bullish on Digibyte, more for the tokenomics of this asset. It looks like, let's see here. Well, it's a lot of straight up, straight down. It's very choppy. So it means it's very volatile. All these crypto markets are. Okay, so like again here, you have this. If we're making some identifications, you know, you had Hold on there, streamers. All right, guys. So, if we were looking at Digibyte, you're right now on the MACD. You have lower levels of seller momentum, and you had like a triple cross down here underneath zero. The zero line is halfway between the green and the red. And so what you'd be looking for on Digibyte, you got this trend line from here down to there, and you got this trend line. Oh, I'll just draw it out and then move it. Okay. See how easy that was? Now, what we would be looking for is like what happened exactly over here. So you had this huge sell-off, right? You had this huge sell-off, and then you had one bottom, a second bottom, and then what happened? Positive price action, took it up, and you made another new high at 18 cents up here. That new high right there, this wick, and we'll make that yellow. All right. So again, if it would have not only one bottom but second bottom with a slightly higher bottom at a resistance point, right? So you have this resistance point where it was this all-time high here. You know, I see there's this wick high, but if you're going off the candle high, it's only 9 cents. And then you have another candle high of 9 cents, and it was rejected there twice. And then it back tested it. You know, it broke above that. It broke above. You know, look, 9 cents. Came up, hit 9 cents, sold off. Hit 9 cents again, sold off. 1, 2, 3 times, right? Usually 2 or 3 times it's going to hit that before it breaks through. And it sees to the upside. So it breaks through to the upside. And then what happened? It back tested the old support at 9 cents and ran to higher prices up at 17 cents. That's if you would have bought down here at 9 cents or lower, you would have been doing pretty good at 17 cents. Now, you're thinking to yourself, well, if it's only going up 8 or 9 cents, how am I making that money on that? You know, that's double your money. If you invest $1,000 at 9 cents and you got 9,000 shares, and then, you know, that doubles, or would you have one, maybe 900? Maybe you'd have 900, I'm not sure. I'm not doing quick math off the top of my head. Maybe you'd have 900. But like whatever money you put in, say you put $1,000 in at 9 cents, right? Right here. And then it got marked up over time. You saw this spring back test of spring before the markup. You saw this spring back test happen. It broke out and then back test, right? You saw that happen. You bought at 9 cents right here. You know, now when it's up at 17 cents, you sell it. You doubled your money. That's $2,000 now. You got double what you had. You know, just like that. And that happened in April 16th, 2021 to April 21st, 2021. You could have made double your money. You know, and that's what, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 5 days. 5 days you could have doubled your money, you know? If you were looking on these charts for these certain indications, you know, and what happened over here again, you know, I could show it over and over again. One bottom, a second bottom. So, it's really hard to find the tops of markets, but it's easy. It's a lot easier to find the bottoms. I don't know why this thing is not one of them. I have to zoom in on it. Try to clone this one. Okay, so let me zoom back out a little bit. So like you see this, one bottom, second bottom, a little higher, and then, you know, when you had a little bit of a higher low here, they created that second bottom, and then you had a huge markup, and then it sold off. And then guess what? One bottom, second bottom, huge markup. So now we have one bottom. This could be the bottom, it could not. We're looking for that second bottom, so we want it to break out above that trend line. Hold on here. Want it to break out above that trend line right here, and then back test this low, and then you could see a run of higher prices, you know. So that was actually a really crappy drawing. But like you know, you could see that. You could definitely see that maybe. You're looking for this though as an indicator, so you wouldn't want to buy here necessarily, because you could mark up a little bit to this price and sell off again and come back down to here. So what you're looking for is that second bottom. So, well, one bottom, second bottom. You're looking for, you have the first bottom already, and you're looking for the second one. I'll get better at remembering where all this stuff is. I'm tired and it's dark outside. There we go. So there's your first bottom, you know. You're looking for a higher second bottom, somewhere around here, before you buy. But that would be that confirmation low, you know, so that you know it's not going to be selling off anymore. And you're looking for indications on your MACD, your RSI, making sure that it's not sold off. You know, this RSI could come up and the RSI could come up and maybe come down up here and make a new higher low, and then sell off a little bit, and then start to be marked up again, and then that's when you'll start to see positive price action after it maybe comes up and makes a higher low, because that's what you'll probably see here is a higher low. So that'll give you you know, a better reference. And that's Digibyte. You know, Digibyte created decentralized applications, and it was a huge adoption from Digibyte to a lot of the other cryptocurrencies, because they use excuse me, the other cryptocurrencies use decentralized applications. you know, Tron, they're gonna end up having see, there's one low, second low stuff. We were looking at this earlier. Tron is going to be supposedly introducing a lot of stuff with, you know, virtual video gaming and augmented reality video gaming, where they're going to be able to, you know, walk around in your own home in a digital place and spend money on things there, and who knows how far it'll actually go, but there's a lot of good research behind it, and so you can spend their tokens to buy certain things to do that kind of that stuff, and you earn staking rewards on Tron, and it's really easy to get them through Atomic Wallet. Has staking rewards on Tron, so you literally just buy the Tron and either send it, buy the. You probably want to buy the Tron on, I feel like, a Tron Link wallet or a Atomic Wallet. You get hit with the trading fee with the Atomic Wallet, but I think long term you'd be okay. You know, just look around. There's different places that have Tron. You want to try to find the least expensive place to buy Tron, but you want to buy it and own it, right? You want to have the wallet for the Tron wallet. You can just look up, I think Tron Link wallet is pretty good, and you can buy it in there with really low fees. You know, you're going to probably use Simplex. Simplex is like the crypto Visa people, basically. My back's a little sore from this chair. But yeah, so, you know, you're still looking really bullish on Tron. You know, if you're looking at a trend line from this confirmation low here, it was marked up. You know, you're still bullish. Now, it could come back down to test this old high of 6 cents and still be really bullish. But since it stayed, you know, once it took off here, and it stayed above, even though it had this huge sell-off, that's okay, right, in the crypto market, because guess what? You bought down here at 6 cents or lower, and then when it got marked up and sold off, you're at 8 cents. So you're still up 2 cents and you didn't sell. But maybe you did sell at 18 cents and you tripled your money. Depends on what you did. You know, maybe you didn't look at Tron. Well, if you didn't look at Tron between the days of March 31st of this year and today, now you have, and you've seen that it was a really good asset to own, you know, at one time. You know, Bitcoin Diamond, you know, Bitcoin Diamond, $1.33. I was making my trade right there, $1.33. And look at this. All-time high of $11.02. Holy crap. You know, like, now it sold off, but it just came down to test this low at $3.79, which is way higher than $1.33. It's still more than double what trade setup I was getting in at. And guess what? You know, it's back testing this old time high at $3.74. So now you're gonna probably see some upwards consolidation. You know, you're showing some. If you can get this second bottom to play out right here, you know, I would wait for that. But on your MACD, you have basically like double or triple island hidden bullish divergence going on here on the MACD. Look at the levels of seller momentum, and then look at nothing. So if you get these huge buy levels again, you're just waiting on this one. It's crossed several times down here under zero. If we see it cross again, I definitely think you see much higher prices here on Bitcoin Diamond. Just wait for it to make that second low, that second bottom here, and then that would be probably a valuable trade setup. I don't know. But I can tell you that $3.96 or $3.90 is safer of a play on this asset than buying at $10. And that's just by looking at this chart. I know that, but when you're just buying in the market, you're not looking at this stuff. When you're using moving averages and things, and you're not actually looking at the charts, guys, you're missing out on all this information that I'm showing you. So for those of you that don't know how to bring up the MACD and RSI, I actually messed mine up here. So I know I have a lot of lines on my chart and everything, but I'm trying to explain as I go. We were talking about this asset here before it did this, and now it's making its bottom. It's probably going to make a second bottom. Now I don't know that for sure. Depends on what Bitcoin does. It could sell off a little more, but if it makes a little bit higher low and Bitcoin holds on, we could see higher prices again. Okay, so I'm just talking about this now on stream because we were talking about it here, and I didn't stream here when I talked about this. So, Cardano, super bullish on Cardano. Everything else in the market was selling off, and Cardano was just holding in strong. I posted that stream about the Cardano when Doji was crashing. I know I mentioned that a couple times, but yeah, that shit was real. That stuff played out, man. It just held on. And now you're making a higher low than what you have been before. It looks like you got this bearish engulfing. Say that it's actually for the long-term play, but if you were to just plot this there, you're right at the bottom of that channel with this bearish engulfing candle. So realistically, if I zoom in, you could maybe see a little bit more going on here in this little wedge. I know that's terrible drawing, but you could see a little more price action in this wedge downward before this asset makes its it could be forming its double bottom. All right, that's what I'm trying to say is it could be forming its double bottom, but you just don't know yet. So if this was the first bottom and then this was the second bottom, then that could be good. That could be new higher low, new positive price action. I'll have to pull up the RSI again, but if it keeps selling off, right now it's breaking below this channel, if it goes below this channel too much, you could come back down to back test. If it keeps selling off, you could come back down and see this line. This is the old high from $1.82 from May 12th and May 9th. That high from, if you ignore this and you think, well, that was still pretty, that was a double top and you had a huge sell-off. It came down, back tested that line, ran to way higher prices. Now you're in this downward wedge again. We just talked about this 3 or 4 times in the same stream. So this stuff has it works. Not every single time, and a lot of people are very impatient. Just gotta just chill. Just be patient. So if you go to here, indicators, you click on indicators and you go to search. Sorry guys, I'm gonna have to move my arm's crooked right now. It's kind of messing me up. I'm gonna move my mouse. Much better. All right, so if you go to MACD here, and you can type in MACD, MACD, one word. There's a MACD strategy, which I haven't messed with yet, and we're gonna go into some streams, guys. I'm gonna go into some streams, and I'm gonna show you how I learn about new assets. All right, I'm gonna pick, or not new assets. I'll probably do that too, but I want to like learn some things about TradingView that I don't know how to do yet. Some trading strategies, right? I want to teach you guys, just like the harmonics. I'm reading books right now about how to trade with harmonics. I'm reading these books from Scott Carney. They're free on harmonictrader.com. That's his website. He's got the PDF downloads. I'm reading his oldest book first and moving forward, but they're like $50, $75 books, and he provides them for free if you just go on there and make a free account on trading. It's tradingharmonics.com, I think. You make a free account with your email, and then you can just download the books for free and read them right on your phone. And I've been doing that because I can't afford to pay all that money right now for those books. So he does that for his people, and he's just a really great guy, and he's super smart. So if you want to check out those books, Scott Carney, okay? And so anyways, I'm going to teach you guys eventually about harmonics. I want to be very confident when I teach that, and I'm confident in the things that I know now, but I'm not as so confident in being able to identify the harmonics without looking funny on the computer. So I already look as funny as I do, so it's like, I gotta work somehow. I'm just kidding. So anyways, MACD, you have these different strategies here. A lot of these public libraries is stuff that personal people create that are little twists on the MACD, and you can use those and you can post your own ideas. It's like an public ideas library, or you can go into built-ins, which is what you want to do. Those are like the main tools. I actually, if you click these add to favorites button right here, you can actually click and unclick. That will put these built-ins on the front page as soon as you click indicators. So I'm going to click MACD. It'll bring it up. I didn't need to do it 3 times. I don't know why I do these. Yeah, I did that. Okay, so that's one MACD. If I go to indicators now, MACD is like, as soon as I click indicators, it's right there. I don't even have to look it up. So sometimes you'll drag something the wrong way and it'll like mess up. Just go ahead and exit out of it and then reinstall it in the indicators box. It's a lot easier than trying to unbind the mess. It's like getting string tangled almost, where you like drag this chart over that chart, or this chart over the whole thing. I know it sucks. It's hard to do sometimes. So you'll get better at it as you go. But yeah, so you're a little bit above this critical support line here, this $1.81, one bottom, second bottom. Let's just make sure that it just doesn't go below. Right now it's looking like it could fall below this and unverify this second bottom. But as long as you stay above, you might get the second bottom down here. We might see. Ooh, yeah. We might see the double bottom play out here. Okay, one low, a second low. I'm sorry, not here. Right at this line, like, it could come back down, test this line of support, and then you would get a spring back test, and then a spring, and then that would be forming like a harmonic probably too. I'm still learning that, so. But you know, Cardano, lower risk areas right now. It could come down to 181. I would look for that and that confirmation low before you get into it, and then maybe we could definitely start seeing a change in the price action. And you know, when we see the change in the price action, we're going to be able to take our next trend line and start drawing this away, and that's what everybody wants, right? So you know, we'll see how this plays out. It might not, but you know, you're looking for this low and this confirmation low before you buy it, because it could, if not, it could sell off again, and you could see, you know, the other side of this range here, which could be, if it sells off lower, you might see that line at $1.52, right? Because you had some consolidation before this bigger markup. So, you know, as long as you stay above $1.83 or 81, you're staying real bullish. You know, it's still looking good, and they're doing good. You know, you're still up in new all-time highs right now. So you're almost consolidating it. You're still at new all-time highs. You know, they just made its new all-time at 249. We were talking about it here on stream. I believe at like $1.50 down here, and then it did this huge run up. So if it's reversing right now and keeps running higher, yo, we were talking about it down here, and what more do you want? You know, I'm trying here. OXT. Ugh, this is terrible. Pretty sure. Yeah, OXT. Man, this one got wrecked hard. Bad trade on my end. I ended up getting in. I didn't look at this trade. This is what happens, guys, when you guys don't look at the chart before you buy. I got in at about 85, 86 cents because this was in this super bullish trend upwards, and it was just looking just real good. Classic accumulation stuff. Oops. Classic accumulation stuff in an upwards consolidation. It's just being bought up, making higher highs and higher lows, and then it sold off, right? I was predicting that it was hopefully going to come up with a 1, 2, 3 triple. It's trying to break through here, right? And so I got into this trade here. It wasn't even really a bad spot, and the crypto market just sold off, right? So I'm down some on this one for now, but like I looked at the chart, but you know, it doesn't always play out. Not every asset's going to play out, you know. But if you don't look at charts, you can't tell that at all. So, but yeah, I did look at this, and I just didn't put as much work into it, you know, as I have some of the other ones, and it just kind of bit me in the butt. But it will. I didn't sell, so I didn't lose any of them. Traders, and you could be having a one bottom, second bottom here, and you know, if I eliminate some of this crap, we could be seeing one bottom, second bottom here, and we could definitely see, you know, some more positive price action coming. We'll see, you know. Maybe not the best buy-in spot for OXT, but if you were to get above this 85 cents and back test it, back test to spring, if you were to get up there, obviously you'd want to get in, more at like a double bottom, but you want to make sure it's that confirmation low, and use your other indicators like your MACD, your RSI to make sure that you have lower levels of seller momentum and all that kind of stuff. Let's say you found a place down here, what you would be hoping for a little bit longer term is some positive price action. You're going to want to come up and back test. So spring, back test, spring, and then make a higher low up here, and then hopefully you'd see some majorly higher prices. It's still in an accumulation. You could even there we go. But yeah, so anyways, sorry, I'm getting tired. OXT, it's still it's still pretty bullish, and it's in one of those nice accumulation phases right here in this range. It's still probably a good long-term trade. That's why I'm not mad about me losing a little bit on it. But once it double bottoms here, there's nothing over here. There's nothing looking left. To where you get above $1. If you back test 85 cents, you're going to $1. It's your first. That's it. That's all that's there. So if you can get up here and back test this 80, 85, 89 cents right here, you're gonna have this little bit of a range, probably where you'll see some consolidation right here in this little box between there and there. Because of these highs, because of this high and these highs, you're gonna have this little range. So, I'm thinking probably once you have some better indicators, maybe on the MACD, you could buy if you we're trying to strategize, and you would be hoping for it to come up and then consolidate in this and back test this 89 cents, and then you'd be running to new prices, new all-time highs. But it could just dump off too. That's why it could sell off. You're trying to get the best advantages possible, but nothing I say is financial advice. I'm just here for educational purposes. So it could sell off, and you can't. But all in all, it's looking good. There's a nice positive trend line here from there to there. If you were to just move that down a little bit, it's still very bullish, and it's probably nothing for me to worry about as a trader. Long term. Short term, I could have lost some money, but it just depends on what it does. So it's like those are some of the possibilities, right? Like, that's not like, hey, go do this, hey, don't do that, hey, whatever. It's just like, that's what I think of it, and I'm an investor in that, so that's why I talked about it. So do what you want. VeChain, it bounced off the 618. 1, 2, gold means ratio. So this is the Fibonacci scale. I should do an episode of the Fibonacci scale. That would be a good episode. So, but yeah, I came up and hit the 618 1, 2, 3 times, it looks like. I'm moving it. I didn't mean to move it. See, this is what I'm talking about. Sometimes stuff is hard to move. But, it bounced off the 618, showed it as resistance, you know, then you sold off. You had this little bit of a markup. You sold up. You know, you sold off, but you're still making higher lows than this major discernible low from April 3rd, 2021. So like you're still above, you stayed above 12 cents the whole time, even though you consolidated upwards and then sold off. It's almost like a dragon right here. Okay. A dragon pattern. You got like the head, the body, and then the tail, and then you would look for that double bottom, so that confirmation, that bottom, and then that higher confirmation low, and then you would look for you know, lower levels of seller momentum and lower levels of seller volume. And when that happened, you potentially could see a huge major reversal to the upside, which is why I'm super bullish on VeChain. A price target, that moon, I'm just gonna move it over here. And see. Yep. Let's move that over. So hopefully get this looking for this bottom here, then a higher low, and maybe some consolidation on the way up. And then we could see, if we could see a back test of this range here. You know, if you got in down here on the second low, you have all this small space here to take to take a little profit, you know. Long term though, you know, if you were to come up and back test, you know, 24 cents, you could go to much higher prices, you know. As I get a little more efficient with my book reading and everything, I'll be able to go over more in-depth detail of how to explain things. But learning something and being able to teach it to somebody else are two totally different things. It's really hard to be able to teach something efficiently and keep it interesting. And thank you, 3 viewers, for being here with me this entire time. I appreciate you guys. There you go. Little talking in the chat, you know. But so I talked about a lot of assets today. I did some wood burning today. It is dark. I'm tired. I think I'm about to call it a stream. We did a nice hard seltzer review. I'm gonna go get some more food. If you guys could just hit the like, the subscribe button. I know you guys come in and you subscribers are already in here, but if you hit the like button, it gives me a couple likes on each video. Share it please on your Facebook. I'm just trying to provide good knowledgeable trade information for people. You know, long term, short term, what not to do, what to do. I'm trying to just give people information on where to find that information, and you know, just trying to be there for you guys. So thank you. Keep it real. Be safe out there. Don't make any buy high, sell low trades. That's not what you want to do. You want to hold if you have to, and you know, hopefully things will play out. You guys are great. You guys are great. I appreciate you guys being in here with me, and just awesome. So thank you. Have a good night.